Alrighty, 1585 Northwest 124th Street in Clive. Through stack here. Feet out, it's going straight up. Take it. Not holding water, but we are showing a little bit flat here. Okay. So there's a small belly here in the line. I think since I've gotten outside of the house here, it looks like the line is just a little bit flat. It is showing some sections where it does have fall, but seeing a little bit of standing water here. Not really too much of a cause for concern at the moment, but let's see. Water was out of here so I can see this. That looks like a break. That is very hard to tell, but that looks like a shift.
Tony said we should watch you. Not watch you, but just see the process.
You guys can step on over and take a look at the camera here if you'd like. It's a little colonoscopy for the house. Got a little belly right here. I don't think it's too much of a concern, but I'm trying to see. I swear I just told him this.
You did, I did.
How much more we can do?
Oh, he's running the dishwasher, I think. That's what that is.
Oh, do you want me to go turn the dishwasher off?
Is it? Yeah, that's what it is. It's not very much water. If it was a toilet, that would be coming out pretty good.
He started it off.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, remember that was running.
I was like, yeah.
He did it for fun. He knew we just got down here.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep you on our toes. So, what I'm looking at here is the joint between the two pipes. This is underground. We're 76 feet out, subtract about 5 feet. We're about 70 feet out or so. This joint is a little bit concerning here. And the reason being, I'm trying to get to the point where I can kind of see it. It looks like a break. You see the gap at the bottom?
You got a break?
I think so. Look at this. It's hard to see because it's holding water, but PVC doesn't ship like that. You know, we gotta wait for the... This line is a little flat too. Doesn't look like it's causing any problems at the moment, but when I pull back, you see the top of the pipe?
Yeah.
This has probably backed up before. I'm seeing the gunk on the top of the pipe, whereas normally you'd see a gradient line about a third of the way up the pipe. I'm showing fall here, but for a good 20-30 feet, I was flat. So it is holding water right here, and
How long is that belly?
I'll track it on the way back. I'll keep it rolling on the way back, so I can figure that out for you. But see if I can jump up over this. I think there's a break in the line right there. Everything's got fall right here. It's all going the right way.
This is what it should look like right here then, huh?
Yes. So I'm seeing, I always want to see a minus sign in front of that. That just shows that I have fall on it. -1 degree is all you need, so this thing's screaming downhill right now. Not a bad thing. Should be nearing the stub here soon. All the rest of the joints look good except for that one. Let's see where this guy's at. And right here again, I'm at +3 degrees. That's a jump. And that's holding water too. So, a couple bellies in the line. A few sections with some backfall. Should be the city stub. I'm about 100 feet out. I can see it at the end here.
Still didn't get there.
It was a fun one.
Southwest side door.
Ankeny.
That's the weirdest one I had where it came out the back of the house, all the way over, and then cut over to the other side.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
I've seen some weird ones before.
Sure you.
You go to small towns and like they connect their sewers in alleyways, so you have no idea where the pipe is even at. Now it moves back to fall, so you can see everything falling over. So what's happening is the water's filling up that belly, and then finally you get enough water to the point where it actually tips over that point, and then it'll fall. I don't know how much further I can push here, but the main problem that you're really going to have with that is that holding water, you have to have an equalized amount of pressure. So when you have that water, it chokes off the diameter of the pipe. It doesn't allow the proper amount of airflow to allow things to drain correctly. So, you know, if I'm seeing -1, -2 degrees in a couple spots, not that big of a deal. I'm seeing runs 20, 30 feet long here that are flat. There was a small section there that did have backfall. It's probably contributing to, I don't know if they backfilled it and somebody hit the pipe when they were doing that. Whatever happened to happen way back when this was built. Obviously the sewer's never been swapped out, but it could potentially cause some clog ups, could cause some issues for you. And once I start rolling uphill, this thing is very, very hard to push. But right here, this is, I would say, underneath the sidewalk, or the little patch of grass that's between the sidewalk and the street, about 93 feet out, minus 3 or 4 feet there. I'm showing +2 degrees, which means I have some backfall here. So you can kind of see the water just swishing around right there when it should be falling. So it's getting enough push on it to keep the line relatively clear, but you can kind of see it's just swirling around in there.
So the next step be like a locate to see exactly where it is.
Yeah. So we take this camera and we hook it up to a locate machine. We just pinpoint it in the yard. So once I find it with the camera,
Yeah.
I pinpoint in the yard exactly where it's at, and they have to dig it up.
Yeah.
At that point in time, it's at, our minimum distance has to be 5 feet in depth or lower. So it is deep. Your sewers are typically going to sit about 13 feet deep, so this could be very gradually hitting that depth. It could be pretty deep. So,
Got about 2 weeks to fix it before it's broken.
yeah,
Maybe
you
it's
can
a great
try. You
project.
can try to fix it when it's frozen. It could cost you a lot of money and labor because
Yeah.
it would take forever to dig it up because of the frost line, but this section right here is looking pretty good. Here's, so it's on 75 feet. I'd say 70 feet out. That looks like a break to me.
Yeah.
That looks like a break.
That's pretty clear cut right there.
I don't know. I can't even really tell how they joined it.
Oh yeah, completely separate.
I don't see the hub at all.
Uh-uh.
It's almost like they just shoved two pipes butt end up against each
Yeah.
other. So it kind of confused me a little bit. But that is a break. And that luckily the break's on the underside. Otherwise, if it was on the top side, dirt just continuously falls in until it collapses on it. So, not causing any issues right now. It will cause issues in the future. And you can see this section right here is flat. We're going to just mark how far. It's kind of going up and down.
And no way to do a bid without a locate, right? Or
Well, you're not looking at a full line replacement. You're kind of looking at a spot fix. So yeah, you could probably get a bid without
okay.
a locate.
Okay. Just thinking.
Yeah, you got it. Track that 75 feet. I'm showing fall right here. So the belly's 10 feet long, right there. Showing a little bit of backfall right here with their connection piece. I'm not even sure what they used to connect this here. It doesn't look like bell end.
Because what type of material is it?
It's PVC.
Okay.
So, I mean, as far as material is concerned, it's the best one to work with.
Yeah.
But, like I said, when you see sludge on the top of the pipe, that means that stuff has sat in there and clogged up the pipe at one point in time. A drain
Gotcha.
cleaner came in, cleaned it out, but it left the, it's going to leave evidence. So, we're flat here again. Let's let this camera sit down here for a sec, plus 1 degree, so it's got bellies in the line. Luckily, not to say this is a good thing or not, but it's all out in the yard.
Right.
It's not like you have to dig up underneath the house or anything like that.
I've been hearing that more and more with PVC, that it's not like cast iron, like you said it, PVC, you know, if they don't pack dirt
Right.
or rock around it properly,
Yeah.
you add a bunch of dirt, it's going to bend.
Yeah, you have to bed it properly because it's. There's another section here where it's a little bit flat. Everything's rolling in the right direction, so it's. I mean, this section right here isn't really as much of a concern to me as the break or a little further on down the line. And there, I think they had. That's probably where their test tee is in the yard. So, this section right here that we're looking at is the start of the building sewer. The building sewer is when the pipe transitions from the inside to the outside of the house, 2 feet outside of the house. They put these clean out as their test tees. We stick a blow-up plug in them, and that's how they test to make sure nothing's leaking. So you have one right there, which is a good thing, but it's probably not stubbed up and exposed so you can get to it. Is my guess. I don't know. I'll go in there and look after I'm done with this. But a couple iffy sections here in the pipe. Everything inside, once my camera settles down, is showing -1 degree, which is a 1/4 inch of fall, which is exactly what it should be. So. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
I mean, Tony was the good guy, you're the bad cop today,
That's
it's
it.
fine.
I usually am.
No problems inside, but I guess we found some outside a little ways.
That's a Y, probably catching a floor drain or another stack. That's a 3-inch Y. Yeah, they got another stack in here somewhere. But this is the main. This is the one they took all the way out to the street. Everything underground is connected to it, so.
We have to source the contingency. Oh, this is
10 years ago, people just trusted.
Oh my
They didn't have the option for the sewer scope, so.
So,